Ms. Harriosa Lalatiana Accouche, High Commissioner of Seychelles to India. May I request Her Excellency to please join me on the stage? May I request Professor Deepa to present Her Excellency with a ponada? Her Excellency Ms. Harriosa Lalatiana has served in the Seychelles diplomatic service for over 34 years. She has worked across a wide range of bilateral and multilateral roles, including as diplomatic attaché, coordinating the Ministry of Foreign Affairs, Seychelles missions, and honorary consuls. She later served as the deputy head of mission in London, before becoming the first woman ambassador of Seychelles to Cuba, with accreditations to several countries in Latin America and the Caribbean. In 2023, she was appointed the first woman High Commissioner of Seychelles to India and is accredited to Sri Lanka, Israel, Indonesia, and several regional organizations under her Delhi jurisdiction. With a huge round of applause, I invite Her Excellency to deliver the keynote.
Maska, good evening, no? It's always a pleasure for me to be back in Kerala, in Kozhikode, especially at IIMK. So for that, I would like to thank our director, Sri Chatwiji, all the management, Professor Deepa Sethi as well, and everyone here. I'm very happy to be here to share my views about an important topic. But when I listened yesterday to the two presentations, fantastic presentations by Ambassador Swarup and Mr. Anil, they covered everything. So yesterday I was saying, oh, there is nothing for me to say because they go from A to Z. But I was thinking, okay, let's see how this globalizing Indian thought touch benefits in a small island developing states like Seychelles. So let's look at the different areas where I can cover and see how we in Seychelles, small, very small, we benefit and how we have taken this as a guide, as a light for us to implement and to guide us. So first of all, when you say about Seychelles, we think about the first 5 Indians who came to Seychelles in 1770. But nowadays, the 5 Indians, the Indian diaspora, the community in Seychelles, they are about 9% of the population. And the existence of this 9% is part of, plays a big role in the community of Seychelles, in the thinking, in the way how to do things, and they contribute enormously in the development of Seychelles. So when we talk about economic development, with their thinking, when they way to do things. They play a role because all these are they implement the Indian thought, how to do business, how to react, how to implement. So, for example, for Seychelles environment, we are considered as a champion. But I think our champion, we follow some ideas, but we had from the wisdom and ideas from India. So it's about the ideas that we have to look after the nature. We have to live in harmony and stay together and protect the environment. So Seychelles is basing our policy in the environment because we have nothing. We don't have many resources. We only have the environment, and we live with the environment. And through the different organizations like ISA, International Solar Alliance, different organizations dealing with the environment that India created, guided, we can benefit a lot and implement what we have been planned. Another aspect that we have benefited from India thought as well, I can say that we started, what I recall, we started with COVID situation, because Seychelles, we depend on tourism. And during the COVID situation, we had to, for example, to close 3 embassies because no tourism. And we always say that we were like on the floor, but with the idea of India to come, despite that you also had your problems, came out and provide the assistance for vaccine. And Seychelles was one of the first countries who got the vaccine from India. So after getting the vaccine, we could manage to open our borders just in March 2021. So we came back again and opened our borders and restart our business. So it's an impact of why India came to help many countries, and Seychelles here next door, like I say always, a small sister, and we could manage to restart our business. Otherwise, we would not have been able to do it. Another point regarding the presence of many Indian diaspora in Seychelles, the exchange of culture, despite that we have already historical links, because many Seychellois, apart from the 5 Indians who came to Seychelles, apart that, many Seychellois have roots in India. So we can see in the cultural, in the food as well, we have similarities, but this as well are the impact of the historical links and the thought and the tradition that India came and shared with us in Seychelles. In the health area, when you say Seychelles, I'm sick, the first thing that comes to your mind is, I'm going to India. And why are you going to India? Why are you not going to Réunion? We're not going to Mauritius, which is closer, because India is now very famous. The advances, the achievements that India, you have achieved a lot, and it has impact in the mind of Seychelles. I'm going to India, and in India I feel at home, because the people are very kind, and I can witness it, because since my arrival here, I feel like an Indian. They consider me as an Indian as well, and they talk to me in Hindi, and I said, I'm not an Indian. You are not Indian, but you look like Indian. So Seychelles come here as well. they feel the kindness because when I went to present my credentials to Honorable President, normally an ambassador, when we go to the presentation, we are accompanied by 5 people. But I went alone. I can say happily that impacted me as well. So the president told me, "Where are you? You came with no army." I said, "Yes, I came with no army, but I need the assistance of every one of you here in India. Because I'm alone, I'm alone, the first lady, first woman as High Commissioner of Seychelles, and with 14 countries under my jurisdiction, I cannot do it alone. So the everyday life that I experience I can take it as Indian thought, Indian way, Indian help, Indian assistance, which has enabled me to go forward and implement and further the relationship between the 2 countries. So I can say that in different ways, the Indian thought, the Indian guide is presents in different ways. For the democracy, we all know that India is well known. It's the most democratic country in the world. We acknowledge the advances you have here, and I think that Seychelles as well looks at it and follows, because we always take as India. Look at India, how very big, but they live in harmony. So we also small, but we should live in harmony and apply or copy or take example of what India had done. So last month we had election, for example, and when I listened to the panel before this, I said, "Oh, we in Seychelles, we can in this area we can spread." Globalizing Seychelles thought, Seychelles way. Because, for example, we have a new government now, 14 ministers, and we have among the 14 ministers, eight are females. 8 are females. So in the assembly, we have a new speaker, first time in the history, a very young lady. So we can say that apart from taking the Indian thought, we can as well spread and share the experiences and share the experiences in Seychellois thought. And despite that we are small, we can work together. So in Seychelles, we can say that we have benefited a lot by looking at India, by following the India's way, India thought, and we still continue applying it, and that's why we, for example, for training, most of the army, most of the diplomats, we are trained in India. Example also for the Indian Ocean region, where India takes the lead to protect the region as peaceful, and you assist us a lot in this area, where the maritime security is one of the biggest area of cooperation that we have with India. When we talk in a bigger picture, we talk about Africa now, because Seychelles belongs to Africa. And we can say that we cannot appreciate less what India has done for Africa to become the permanent member of G20 during G20 chairmanship of India. All this, we see it small, maybe small for us, but for Seychelles, which are very small, it has a big impact. And we should always thank India. And I think for following the visit of the Vice President of India last 2 weeks ago, the relationship and the impact again of a global thought will raise and will have more benefits on Seychelles, and the leadership that India has on the global south without looking at the size of the country, we are convinced that Seychelles will benefit more and will look more at India to guide us in the next few years. And maybe during my tenure in India, I will witness more of the impacts of the globalization of the India thought in Seychelles. So I would finish here by thanking not only the government, but the people, every one of you, for all contribution in one way or another that you have in this to make Seychelles well known as well in different areas, because without training in India in different areas, we cannot manage, train our people. So help as well when we have a lot of people coming to India to get the treatment needed, and not going to another place, but coming to India, because we believe that India ways, India thought is more adapted to our way of thinking as well. So thank you so much.
Thank you, ma'am, for this insightful session. It was indeed the perfect way to end today. I would now request Professor Debashish Chatterjee to please present ma'am with a memento. May we have a warm round of applause, please? Thank you, sir. With this, we end today's conclave. Quick couple of announcements that I have to make. The conclave dinner will be arranged in student classroom block A and